Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I think we have a fun video planned with all of the new makeup that I'm going to be trying on my face today. I just got this in PR and it is the NARS Afterglow Irresistible Eyeshadow Palette. I thought this would be super pretty for the eyes. I'm really drawn towards the more red tones, like especially this row right here. I'm really drawn to that. So we're going to see what we can come up with today, just play around with all these new products. Complexion is going to be super fun, as it always is for me, so I can't wait for that. So let's start with the eyes. I'm going to start off in the crease with this shade right here. And I'm using a BK Beauty Angie Hot and Flashy 8503 brush. All brushes I use will be linked in order used in the description box. I'm going to start with this in the crease. I really love NARS eyeshadows. The Wanted palette was my favorite palette they've done. The more red tones actually reminds me of that palette, so I think that's why I'm really drawn towards the colors in this. I'm going to do a light bit of the color through the crease, and then I'm going to build it up on the outer corner as well, just with that same color to give it more depth and dimension out in the outer corner. Really blendable. I mean, that's just one shade and it gave good depth. For the lid shade, I really want to try out this formula right here, and I love the color. Put this all over the lid. It's nice and thin, good pigment. Definitely one of those shades that you need to use your finger for. Then I think I'm going to take this shade right here and pop it on the center, just to add a little bit more of that intense sparkle. Taking a combination of these two shades, I'm going to start deepening the lash line and bringing it out to my crease. I think the color story of this palette is so pretty. These darker shades, a bit of fallout. They're going to have to clean up the cheeks after. They literally blend themselves, the mattes. Oh, it's so easy. Just feel like the crease needs to be a little bit deeper, so going back with that first shade and just bringing that color in more. Then taking that darkest brown in the palette and an angle brush, I'm just putting this right along the lash line. I want the most depth to be there. Little baby wing, just as long as this brush, nothing too big. We do have a new mascara, which I'm afraid to even use. This looks like a weapon, this one from Morphe. I'm gonna try this out for both upper and lower lashes. A little bit scared of this. I just don't know how it's supposed to work on the upper lashes when it's not even the proper curve. Purchasing this, because it was so different, I wanted to give it a try. I didn't want to judge it before trying it. I just think the shape is incompatible with my eyes because they're not as curved. Could probably guess that by looking at it, but I still wanted to give it a shot. I don't think it's horrible by any means, but I just can't see that many people liking this. I feel like this is going to work way better with this eye. I actually really like the formula of it. It's just honestly the brush, which is what sets this apart, that I'm just obviously struggling with. I don't even know how to get my lashes properly. I'm going to keep using it. First impression, it's exactly how I thought it would be, quite honestly. Why can't I get this back in? So here are the lashes. I've definitely had longer and fuller looking ones from mascara before, but I wanted to try it. It was something different. First impression, meh. I mean, they don't look horrible, but it was time consuming to do, and I really had to think not to poke myself in the eye. Velour sent over some lashes to try. I really love this kit because the Velour lash glue is my favorite, and the lash applicator tool is so good. And I use that just for individual lashes as well. This style, I want something a little bit more than that. This is the style Minimalist. The only thing I don't like about these lashes is the thicker band on them. I do prefer a clear band. That's without cutting. I'm just kind of sizing it right now. I'm gonna cut off just the tiniest section on the outer corner. 3 lashes. Can't even see that. Try not to show my hands. I had a self-tan disaster last night as I show my hands. I love these because they're perfectly curved to my eye. I don't have to bend them at all. So they're just shaped nicely, so they sit so well on my lash line and they look really natural. I love the Minimalist lashes. They're so pretty. They're just enough for me. And specifically with this look, I think the darker lash band actually works. I'm trying to get done filming before those storm clouds come and it starts to pour. Now we're gonna move on to the complexion. Just gonna throw on my SPF. I do my skincare in the morning, but prior to putting on makeup, just like to put on more sunscreen. This is my Beauty of Joseon one. Have my own coupon code now, which is amazing, which I can use on myself. It's SHOPCHERYL if you want to save some money on Korean skincare or makeup from Stylevana. Korean skincare has truly changed my life. So if you've not tried it, save a little bit of money with my coupon code. I always tell people, once you try Korean sunscreen, you're not going to go back. It just goes on different. It is so nice. No white cast at all if that's ever an issue for you. I hate things that are thick and I'm just pulling at my skin to put on. This is just so lightweight. This is the Beauty of Joseon one. I will continue to repurchase this even though I've been using the Skin 1004 one as well. Such a good one. Sunscreen, the last step. However, I use serums and moisturizers often as primers, so that's the only reason why I'm doing this now. This is the Charlotte's Magic Serum Crystal Elixir. I have a little sample of this. I see people use this under their foundation as a primer. It's probably gonna last me maybe 2 uses, but I just wanted to try it out and see what all the fuss was about. I have tried this before and I don't remember literally anything about it, so we'll see. That's about half of what was in that little sample. I feel like my sunscreen gave more glow than this, so I don't know if this is something that I would regularly use, and it's pricey. Just use my sunscreen. That's another thing about Korean skincare. It's way more affordable and more effective for me. I have converted to that, but this isn't bad. I can see why people like it because there is a little bit of a tack going on my skin that did add even more glow, but it feels almost topical because of that tackiness. Not bad so far. I definitely can see why people like that kind of texture and obviously the glow it gives. And then for foundation, I purchased this from Shoppers and this was the best match I could find. These are all really warm or orange. Kylie Cosmetics is like my KKW Beauty that I don't have because they're Skin by Kim, but it's not like KKW Beauty. I really love Kylie Cosmetics and I've heard good things about this foundation. I have tried it. It is the Power Plush Longwear Foundation in the shade 5N. And the color is just way too warm for me, even being a neutral. We're gonna try it out today. Gonna use my BK Beauty 101 brush. This is the consistency right there. That's a neutral. A neutral. Even with the sun disappearing right now, you can see with none of that warm tone from the sun, look at how yellow it is. It's so yellow. So it's the only thing I'm going to do is add a little bit of blue. I wish I had like a lavender violet color corrector. I'm going to try my best to get this to match my skin. Just add a little bit. It won't change the formula. That did tone down the yellow a bit. That's much better. So I just used the e.l.f. blue color corrector to adjust it, which I can make foundations a little bit more olive in tone. Pulling down that yellow. I feel like this foundation goes on slightly patchy on me. It's not as smooth of a formula as I'm used to because so many ones have that really beautiful serum-like consistency right now, which I'm personally a fan of. I've been using mostly are those super, super thin foundations. It's not bad by any means, but it does suggest it's long wear, and I just don't like how this wears on my skin. People are raving about it though. I just think there's better ones out there. I'm not mad that I got it or anything. I just would pick up other foundations, and I think others look better, a little bit lighter weight on my skin than this one. I still wanted to show you in a video because I know a lot of people were asking about this one, and I really loved her concealer. I put that on straight without mixing. You can see. Whoops. Good thing I did it under my eye. I definitely need to color correct this. So the shades aren't perfect. The formula isn't perfect. The wear isn't perfect. So would I recommend this? No. Do I think it's horrible? No. The finish is pretty. I don't think it does anything for my pores or texture. As you can tell, not blown away. I try so many different foundations, and when I was hearing people loving this one, I was just kind of disappointed, honestly. I just don't think it's as good as I thought it was going to be. But we're gonna move on, and I figured it was fitting to use the concealer, which I do really love with this foundation. So this is the Kylie Cosmetics Power Plush Longwear Concealer. It's like a moussey consistency. I really like the shade that I got in this. This is 4.5C. For a cool tone, this still looks yellow to me. I don't understand, but it works for underneath my eyes. Just a little bit lighter, brighten up the area. Just going to quickly set my face with some powder. I'm using my Charlotte Tilbury as per usual. This is something that I need to pick up during the Sephora sale. This is shade 1 and 2. You can tell. Just been kind of going back and forth between the two to hopefully last for another month. I think I can get away with it before I can get these on sale. I'm just going to use one underneath my eyes on a puff and then press the rest of my face in with shade 2. This foundation is definitely one that I personally need to set. I love how my skin looks set with it. Kind of corrects that orangey to warm color too. For bronzer, we have the Haus Labs bronzer, which I've been wanting to try. You guys suggested 5 majority, and then a lot also suggested 6. So I'm going to show you 5 today. And I went to link this on my one video, and number 5 was sold out, I think, in the US. So I have been really enjoying this. I know some people think it's a little bit patchy. I don't. I haven't experienced that. I think it blends in really nicely. It's talc free. And I've just been having really good success with Lady Gaga's rebrand. I really like her products. And also her blushes are coming back in a new packaging similar to this. So the shades actually match the packaging color, which I think is really pretty. The cost per gram, though, did go up, which is unfortunate. You used to get bigger one and it was more money. However, now they're smaller and less expensive, obviously, but if you break down the cost per gram, it's actually a lot different for that. I'm still going to pick up the new colors, though. I'm happy with the color. I just think it's a seamless, nice, natural looking bronze to my skin. Doesn't that look more natural than some of the bronzers I've used? I think so. I like the formula. And now, I asked you guys if you wanted to see the Bosma blush or the LYS. Majority were leaning LYS, though the Bosma I think would fit the look more because it's that reddish tone. We're gonna go with LYS and do a mauve tone, which I don't think will be too bad. Someone was saying that these are more metallic. I'm concerned because I don't personally like that sort of finish, but on the cheeks anyways. I'm gonna get my trusty 109 brush from BK Beauty. I'm just gonna take some of the color off the stick. I hope this isn't too metallic. I'm gonna put it on the back of my hand just to work the color in so it's not splotchy. Lots of pigment, which I expected because of the contour sticks. Just toning it down. That is pretty though. I don't mind it actually. I don't think it's too metallic. I know some of the other ones look a little bit more. This one really appealed to me because I thought it was a really pretty glowy flush on different skin tones. And I don't typically go for a mauve, but I do like this. But I do feel like I need to work it in with my foundation brush after because of the pigment. I think it's pretty. I think it would be really nice with my usual brown tone, basic matte eyeshadow looks just to add some glow to the cheeks. I'm a fan. I do like that. I was a little bit worried though because I heard metallic and I'm like, oh no. Just taking that bronzer brush down my nose. Forgot to do that. I just need it to come back to my face a little bit. The highlight I have been loving from Sephora collection. Just going to take a little bit of that on the cheeks, just a little bit to add the glow. Cheeks are already glowy from that blush, so I didn't want to add too much. And then we're going to try that mascara on my lower lashes. So we're going to say a little prayer first so I don't poke out my eye. I just feel like this takes me too much time. This is working a little bit better on my lowers and my uppers, I feel, but still I'm scared to just put the brush too close to my eye. I don't know if I'd ever get over that fear. It's just too curved. My eyes don't have that kind of curve. And that second buildup was nice. Subconsciously sitting back in hopes that this stays away from my eye. Lightly did my lowers. It didn't overdo it at all. Just a very light for lower lashes. Not bad for lowers. Still not a big fan, but not bad. Then whatever was left on this brush here, I'm just going to take a little bit on the outer corner. Just want a little bit of that warmth. And then for my lip combo, I'm going to wipe off my Summer Fridays lip balm in the birthday cake shade. I'm going to use my Palladio in Mocha. This is a lip stain, but it has a point to it, so it's really nice as a lip liner. Saw another girl do this, and I'm a big fan. Just stays on longer, and it looks really natural, the color on me. For fun, I'm going to add this Nude Sticks Nude Screen Blush Tint SPF 30, and you can also use these on your lips, even though this is a blush tint. I don't understand sunscreen just in the blush area. I think these are better as a tint to the lips myself. That's how I'm going to be using them, putting this color on my lips. Then to finish it off, I'm using one of my favorite things I found in a long time. This is the e.l.f. Glow Reviver Lip Oil. I love this so much. I went back for another color. I have pink quartz here to share with you, and this has just been my everyday gloss. It's like a Dior lip oil for a fraction of the cost. I love this color. This is just gonna complete the look. I love the gloss. I love everything about it. Gives really nice, juicy, glossy lips. The only thing I would like a little bit more lash on the lower by doing this. So let's see if this builds. It's taking forever. I think that's gonna be a pass for lowers too at this point. Here is the finished makeup for this trying new makeup. I think with everything on, I do actually really love how the complexion is looking. However, I think it's because of the powder that kind of saved that foundation for me, and I had to color correct it. I had to take too many steps, honestly, for me. There was some fails in this video, so let's just quickly go over everything. I feel like I covered most of it throughout the video, but for those who like the summary, let's go. This is the LYS blush stick. I actually love the glow it gives to the cheeks, and I don't think it's too metallic, this specific color. I do think there's others that looked a little bit more so, but this one just gives that glow that I'm personally looking for to add that hydrated look to my skin. I really love my skin looking pretty glowy in the cheeks as of lately. If you haven't noticed, I do love that glow to the skin. I just think it's really youthful and pretty. And then for my complexion, the Kylie Cosmetics products. I don't think it looks that bad here, and I need to give myself a little pat on the back for color correcting this, because you saw how yellow that was on my skin. I think we did a pretty good job at correcting everything, but you honestly shouldn't have to do that. I've noticed with all their shades, they run really, really yellow or orange. So just be mindful of that. If you do like how this looks like on my skin and you're trying to pick a color, it is quite hard. This was the best one that I felt would fit my skin tone, and I'm still having to correct it. So just know that I love the concealer. If you haven't tried it already, I already used this in a Try New Makeup, but I just wanted to reiterate that this is a really nice long wear concealer and just has a beautiful finish. I really like how the eyes look really nice and youthful, and I feel like it does a good job with that consistency to kind of fill in the hollows of my eyes so they don't look too trophy. So I like to say. Just gonna go ahead and say pass on the Refine mascara. I know a lot of you probably were like, duh, I would pass on that. However, I like to give things a try regardless, especially if it's unique. This is too unique for me. It just was a little bit finicky for uppers and lowers. I think it worked better on my lower lashes just due to the curve of it, and it gave a really nice light look to my lower lashes if that's what you're going for. I like to load up as of lately on my lowers, so I wanted a little bit more from that. The formula itself I really like so far. It's just the brush for me, which is a deal breaker unfortunately, because that is pretty much why you're getting that mascara is for that brush, if it gives some sort of lift or whatnot. These Nude Sticks blush tints with SPF 30, I much prefer on my lips. This is a tint product that I do actually use on my lips. I've especially been using this pink one and topping it with the e.l.f. gloss. I would like to eventually try these on the cheeks, but it just doesn't make sense to me to have extra sunscreen on that area. I don't know. I just can't see myself using it, especially because I'm so sensitive to SPF. The lip oil is my favorite thing. If you have not tried these from e.l.f., they are so affordable and so good. This is what my lip combo has been, and you all are always asking what the gloss is. It is e.l.f. You need this. It's pink quartz. I also got the one that's more of a rosewood shade because I don't know if you've been watching my videos, but everything rosewood I've been loving as well. So I got that one too. I forget what it's called, but you know me. You know. Let me know if you know my rosewood obsession. Then we have this Palladio lip stain, which also I've been enjoying a lip stain, but this is really nice for lining the lips. I think it is a really great idea from the person that I saw do this in the shade Mocha. It lasts long, so if you want to do a lip gloss and line combo. This has been my go-to, very affordable. So I wanted to show you in this video. The Magic Serum Crystal Elixir. I love the consistency. We'll see if it actually has this wear longer, because even though the Kylie foundation claims to be a long wear foundation, I honestly don't find it overly long wearing on me. I found it patched off when I did try it. So I will update you again on that, see if this kind of helps out the situation. However, I don't have high hopes for the wear of that foundation. At least on my skin, it was eating it. And then for bronzer, I just want to thank you guys so much for your recommendation. I love this bronzer. It is so good. And I'm considering actually getting number 6 during the sale just because I love the formula so much. So thank you so much for your recommendation on this. I think it's beautiful and it doesn't look like too much. I think it suits my skin really, really nicely. The Effortless Lashes from Velour, perfect little addition to finish off this look. And for the eyes, I'm a big fan of NARS eyeshadow, so if you like this color story, for the Afterglow Irresistible palette, reminds me of Wanted. Honestly, if you already have that, it's old though, but it reminds me of that. I love their formulas for both matte, metallics, and their shimmery shades. Very good quality, easy to blend, blended itself, and I just love the final look. So highly recommend if you like the color story. We'll have to try Bosma in another video, and all these products I've tried in videos previous. For Luminizer, you know I love. e.l.f., if you need to color correct anything and add blue. I don't need a big foundation because I don't do this often. I just need the little camo color corrector. e.l.f., seriously, thank you so much for what you do. And the Summer Fridays Birthday Cake Lip Balm has been my go-to favorite one that Summer Fridays has done to date. So that is everything for new products for this Trying New Makeup. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I loved filming it. It was super fun. I love trying out new things and just showing you guys things that even don't work out for me, like the Refine Mascara and the Kylie Cosmetics. I just wanted to give you my full review and final thoughts. Also for the nude sticks, for the blush tints, just letting you know about the SPF quality in my face, how I can't really use that kind of thing, but I just wanted to finalize my thoughts on everything and let you know what's good, what's not, what I'll be using, what I won't be moving forward. So thank you so much for watching this Try New Makeup. If you have not already, I would love for you to subscribe to my channel by hitting the red subscribe button, the bell to be notified of all my future videos, and I will see you guys in my next one.